Jagatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 11. We just finished how Nalakovara, Banigreva, they offered prayers to Lord Krishna, circumambulated him, then they went back. And now everyone, they heard such a loud crash, so they've come to see what happened. And they're kind of trying to understand what happened. There are these two huge trees fallen down, and then there's Krishna tied to the ukul, and what happened. Ulu Ulukhalam Vikarshantam
Ulukhalam vikarshantam
Damna Bhaddam Chabalakam
damanabadham cha balakam
Kasyedam Kuta Ascharyam
kasyedam kuta ascharyam
Utpata iti kataraha.
utpata iti kataraha.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Krishna was bound by the rope to the ulukal, the mortar which he was dragging. But how could he have pulled down the trees? Who had actually done it? Where was the source for this incident? Considering all these astounding things, the cowherd men were doubtful and bewildered. The cowherd men were very much agitated because the child Krishna, after all, had been standing between the two trees, and if by chance the trees had fallen upon him, he would have been smashed. But he was standing as he was, and still the things had happened. So who had done all this? How could these events have happened in such a wonderful way? These considerations were some of the reasons they were agitated and bewildered. They thought, however, that by chance Krishna had been saved by God, so that nothing had happened to him. So they are like Krishna standing in between these two trees which have fallen down, but he's not hurt. He's just standing there still tied to the mortar. So these things are bewildering to them. And they are saying, okay, well, God saved our Krishna. Now God is merciful. He has saved him. Bala Uchur Aneneti
Pala uchurane neti
Tiryagatam Ulukhalam
tiryagatam ulukhalam
Vikarshata Madhyagena
vikarshatam madhyagena
Purushav Api Achakshmahi.
purusha api achakshmahi.
All the cowherd boys said, it is Krishna who has done this. When he was in between the two trees, the mortar fell crosswise. Krishna dragged the mortar, and the two trees fell down. After that, two beautiful men came out of the trees. We have seen this with our own eyes. Krishna's playmates wanted to inform Krishna's father of the exact situation by explaining that not only did the trees break, but out of the broken trees came two beautiful men. All these things happened, they said. We have seen them with our own eyes. So Krishna's friends were there around him. He was tied. Krishna kept telling him, open me. But they were afraid. Yashoda Mai will come and, you know, be upset at them. So they couldn't open him. And after all, she had tied in that Acharya say she was in Vatsalya Ras. She had tied him in Vatsalya Ras. And they are in Sakha Ras. So Vatsalya Ras is higher. So they couldn't untie him. But they were there and they were seeing all that had happened. And they are telling Nanda Maharaj and the other cowherd men, oh, well, it was Krishna. The mortar got stuck between the trees and he tugged and the trees fell down. Nati tad uktam jagrahur.
न ते तत् उत्तम जग्रहूं
Na ghate teti tasya tat.
न घटेतेति तस्य तत्
Balasyotvaatanam tarvo.
बालस्य उत्पाटनं तर्वो
Chechit sandigda chetasaha.
केचित् सन्दिग्धचेतसः.
Because of intense paternal affection, the cowherd men headed by Nanda could not believe that Krishna could have uprooted the trees in such a wonderful way. Therefore, they could not put their faith in the words of the boys. Some of the men, however, were in doubt. Since Krishna was predicted to equal Narayan, they thought it might be that he could have done it. One view that it was impossible for a small boy like this to have done such a thing as pulling down the trees. But there were doubts because Krishna had been predicted to equal Narayan. Therefore, the cowherd men were in a dilemma. So Garga Muni had told them that this boy is special. So they are like, well, what's happening? He's such a small baby. How could he have done it? Or is he really somebody special? Is he some demigod? Is he some empowered person? But their love is so much for him that they cannot understand that he is God. They're just bewildered by his his love. We are bewildered by Maya Devi. And that's how we forget Krishna. That Krishna is God. They are bewildered by Yoga Maya. Their love for him. Ulukalam Vikarshantam.
उलूखलं विकर्षन्तं
Damna Baddam Swam Atmajam.
दाम्ना बद्धं स्वमात्मजं
Vilokya Nanda Prahasad.
विलोक्यानन्दः प्रहसन्
Padano Vimochaha.
वदनो विमुमोचः.
When Nanda Maharaj saw his own son bound with ropes to the wooden mortar and dragging it, he smiled and released Krishna from his bonds. Nanda Maharaj was surprised that Yashoda, Krishna's mother, could have bound her beloved child in such a way. Krishna was exchanging love with her. How then could she have been so cruel as to bind him to the wooden mortar? Nanda Maharaj understood this exchange of love, and therefore he smiled and released Krishna. In other words, as Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, binds a living entity in fruitive activities, he binds Mother Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj in paternal affection. This is his pastime. So Nanda Maharaj could untie him because he's also in Vatsalya, parent of Krishna. So he could untie him. He's thinking, oh, why did she tie him? She loves him so much. How could she do this? But then, of course, it is love. It's only out of love. Here, nice Prabhupada is saying that we are all bound by our fruitive activities. Krishna binds us by this law of karma here in the material world. And he's bound Mother Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj in his love. And of course, Krishna is also bound by the love of his devotee. Is that okay?
Yeah. So they're comparing this, right?
Yeah. Yeah. That we are bound by laws of karma and the devotees are bound by love of Krishna.
Hmm.
Mm.
And like Mother
Gopi.
Yashoda was bound by the
Mm.
love of, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Nanda Maharaj, and they both were bound.
Yeah. See, the whole day, what they are thinking and why they are doing anything that they are doing.
Hmm.
Why are we doing whatever we are doing? Okay, I'm going to do this, then I'm going to get that, and then I'm going to enjoy it this way.
Hmm.
That's what we are thinking. that we want this fruit of our activity. I'm going to do this because I'm going to get this, whatever it may be. And Mother Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj. But I'm going to do this because this will make Krishna happy. He'll be happy. So let me do this for him. This is what a devotee thinks.
Yeah.
Gopi bisto bhito nritya
गोपीभिस्तोभितो नृत्याद्
Bhagavan bhalavat kvachet
भगवान् बालवत क्वचित्
udgayati kvachin muktas
उद्धागयति क्वचित् मुग्धा
tad vashodaru yantravat.
तत्त्वसो दारुयन्त्रवत्.
The gopis would say, if you dance, my dear Krishna, then I shall give you half a sweetmeat. By saying these words or by clapping their hands, all the gopis encouraged Krishna in different ways at such times. Although he was a supremely powerful personality of Godhead, he would smile and dance according to their desire, as if he were a wooden doll in their hands. Sometimes he would sing very loudly at their bidding. In this way, Krishna came completely under the control of the gopis. So we can see here that Krishna is handing. Sorry, one moment. So we can see that Krishna is dancing in the hands of the gopis. We are all dancing under the modes of nature. We are puppets under in the hands of the modes of nature. And here, the gopis are making Krishna dance. Because someone may say, oh, well, what is this? Krishna just wants us to serve, and he just enjoying. But actually, Krishna is serving the devotees. Like he loves the devotees so much that he becomes like a toy in their hands. So they want him to dance. So they are saying, okay, we'll give you some mithai or something, clapping their hands. But of course, it's not that they want to, their mood is not that, oh, I'm more powerful than God. No, it is a loving exchange. The gopis also love Krishna, and Krishna also loves the gopis. So the motive is to please each other. Not that, okay, I'm gonna, you serve me and I will enjoy it. No, it's mutual activity for mutual pleasure. Vibharti kvachit आज्ञाप्तः
विभर्ति
विभर्ति
चित् आदित्यपतः
पीठकोन्मानपादुकम्
पीठकोमानपादुकम्
पीठकोमानपादुकम्
बाहुक्षेपं च कुरुते
बाहुक्षेपं
बाहुक्षेपं
च
च
कुरुते
कुरुते
स्वानं च प्रीतिम् आवहन्.
स्वानां
स्वानां
च
च प्रीतिम् आवहन्.
प्रीतिः।
Sometimes Mother Yashoda and her gopi friends would tell Krishna, bring this article or bring that article. Sometimes they would order him to bring a wooden plank, wooden shoes, or a wooden measuring pot. And Krishna, when thus ordered by the mothers, would try to bring them. Sometimes, however, as if unable to raise these things, he would touch them and stand there. Just to invite the pleasure of his relatives, he would strike his body with his arms to show that he had sufficient strength. So, you know how we say, oh, I have muscle. We may put our arms like that, say, I have muscle. Look, I'm so strong. So it's like a cute baby doing, we will feel very cute if a baby is doing that, right? And they're telling him, okay, please bring this, go bring that. And sometimes he's able to carry the things, sometimes he's not even able to carry the things. So, darshayam stad vidam loka
Darshayam tadvidam loka
atmano vrityavashyatam
atmano vrityavashyatam
vrajasyo vaha vaiharsham
vrajasyo vahavai harsham
bhagavan bala cheshtite.
Bhagavan balacheshtitah.
To pure devotees throughout the world who could understand his activities, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, exhibited how much he can be subdued by his devotees, his servants. In this way, he increased the pleasure of the Rajvasis by his childhood activities. So he is God, and he is giving pleasure to his devotees. And the pure devotees can understand this. And this is how the pure devotees get more and more pleasure by hearing Krishna's pastimes. That how he is acting, how he is serving his devotees, how he is dancing for the pleasure of he's God. But to make his devotees happy, he's dancing. They're telling him, bring this, bring that. He's obeying their orders. And so by hearing all these pastimes, the pure devotees, they take great pleasure in hearing this, how God is having so much loving exchange with his devotees, how much he loves them. That Krishna performed childhood activities to increase the pleasure of his devotees was another transcendental humor. He exhibited these activities not only to the inhabitants of Rajabhumi, but also to others who were captivated by his external potency and opulence. Both the internal devotees were simply absorbed in love of Krishna, and the external devotees were captivated by his unlimited potency, were informed of Krishna's desire to be submissive to his servants. So the Brajvasis, of course, they have love for Krishna. External devotees who are captivated by his unlimited potency. External devotees. Um, throughout the world through goodness. So the pure devotees, those who understand Krishna as God, they understand Krishna as God, and they can understand that how much he's loving his devotees, submissive to his servants. Krishna's desire to be submissive to his servants. So, this is God here, and that he's becoming the servant of his devotee. And then the pure devotees understanding this, they also deepen their love for Krishna. They also
Hare
amazed how
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So external devotees, meaning like ordinary, anybody, like the gopis, it could be, can it
The
be
one,
like us also? No.
yes,
Yeah.
can be us also. Yes, that's right. Gopis were the ones who already have love for Krishna, but the other
So,
devotees who have not yet got in love for Krishna but understand that he's God,
and internal
and
devotees,
internal are the ones who have love for him.
so
The
also the
gopis,
gopis, right? The gopis.
yeah,
Actually, internal
yeah,
devotees are the gopis,
yeah,
correct? And
yeah.
external devotees are captivated, but they are still not,
Not
right?
still on the path.
Still on.
They're still on the path. They may become internal devotees also. In the sense, soon they will also get love for Krishna. But right now, of course, they are understanding Krishna's greatness as God. Yeah, is that okay?
Okay.
Actually, in Hindi, it is
Mm.
written that अपितु अन्यों को भी जो उनकी बहिरंगा शक्ति तथा ऐश्वर्यों पे मुग्ध हो जाते थे. So like how you said that, oh my God, wow, what Krishna did. So we don't have love, but we are wondrous on his activities कि wow, कृष्णा ने एक उंगली पे उठा के रखा, भगवान है.
Captivated.
Yeah, we are captivated by all his opulence and like what he did. Like, so those are the external, because they don't have that love, but they believe that you know that Krishna is God.
Right.
Okay, thank you.
So among the gopis, there were both internal and external.
No,
That's what.
No,
No?
no, 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 no. The gopis
Right?
are one. See,
Okay.
because at that time there were the gopis also, but there are other devotees to
Other
the pure
devotees.
devotees throughout the world who could understand his activities. So
Oh,
the gopis are, they have love
internal.
for Krishna, but then
Yeah.
there are others who had this understanding that Krishna is God, but yet not had that love for him. So even they are understanding, wow, how much he loves his devotees. He's doing so much for them.
Mhm.
He loves them so much.
Like how we are like listening, right? And we are also feeling,
Yeah,
oh, okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. That, oh, he's God and yet he can do such things. How amazing. We all want
How
to
he
become the
gives himself.
master.
Yeah,
He's
like
giving
how he
himself.
gives, he's giving himself totally. Like, yeah, you just have that
Yeah,
love for me, and I'll give totally, I'll be under your effect, right? And,
yes. And that's the reason Krishna doesn't give easily pure devotional service,
mm,
because he comes under the control of the devotees, you know. But then we can see he says he doesn't want to give pure devotional service, but then he came as Lord Chaitanya to give openly love of Krishna. He came openly to give pure devotional service. So we can see his heart, that he actually wants to have that we be in our relationship with him. Yeah. He wants that loving exchange with each and every one of us.
yeah.
Okay. Thank you all for listening and joining. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Hare Krishna.